happy childhood.
All right, Jose, my candy camera.
It's not very candy.
Oh, what kind of candy?
It's a very public camera.
Our hair done in spring. We drove another. Are we going to be going to
This is at the Wolf Sanctuary.
Native to Texas. Until about the 1970s, we did have wolves, both red wolves and gray wolves, which are the only two types of wolves in existence. They all lived here naturally in Texas. In the forests and the mountains and the plains, we had gray wolves, which are the wolves that you usually think of when you think wolf. They're super scary for them, right? So every morning I'm going out there and I'm feeding them these treats, and now they are my animals. They're focused on me, they love me because they know I mean food. So when we go out there are 3 animals in this enclosure. 2 of them are my animals, but one is a wolf and one is a wolf dog. And I want you guys to watch their behavior and see which you think is a wolf and what you think is a wolf dog before I tell you, okay? Girl. I'm gonna put these papers away. I will ask that everyone squish down a little bit just so I can make sure everyone gets a really good view.
Beautiful.
Hi, girlie. Hi. Come here, Raja. Come on, Raj boy. Calypso is the one who's on the play date. She is visiting. Usually she lives right next door with her guy Romulus. However, Romulus is getting quite old. He's about 14 years old as well. And he isn't able to keep up with her physical activity anymore. So we let her come over here and get all of her energy out and have a great time with her friends over here. It says my hair is going to be brown and my eyes are going to be blue, right? Every living thing has a phenotype, and wolves have different phenotypes than dogs. Starting from the top of their head, a wolf's ears are right on the top right there, and they're going to be close together. They're also going to be short triangles, so they're not going to be tall like a German Shepherd's. They're going to be nice and short. They're also going to be very round at the top. And you'll also never see a wolf that has a floppy ear. Every once in a while they can have an injury that makes their ear crumple, but they won't be born with floppy ears, okay? They'll always have their ears straight up and down. If you look inside their ears, they're going to have a ton of fluff inside those ears. Whenever you look at something like a German Shepherd, you can see that nice pink skin on the back, right? But you will not see that on a wolf. It'll always be super fluffy on the inside. Someone who says, I have a wolf dog, and they have lovely blue eyes, you know right away that's not a wolf dog or a wolf. It is a full dog. The next thing you're going to look at, going down from there, is that a wolf has a nice gentle slope from its forehead into its nose. Whereas dogs and wolf dogs will both have a little bit of a hook right here on the bridge of their nose, just like we. So now that you guys have your cheat sheet in your head where you know all of the phenotypes between a wolf and a dog and a wolf dog, what do you guys think of Romulus? Wolf or wolf dog?
Wolf dog.
Wolf dog.
Wolf dog. I hear a lot of different answers, and I have to apologize because that was actually a trick question. He is 100% dog. This right here is a Malamute mix. You may have noticed earlier I had 6 wolves and 6 wolf dogs, but 13 animals. This is the mystery 13th animal, alright? So, Alex came to us from a family in Montana who, they knew that their daughter really, really loved wolves, so they thought to themselves, hey, I know the perfect birthday present for her, a wolf. She came home from school one day and they had Alex. At the time, they did think that Alex was a full-blood wolf. And pretty immediately, she was like, whoa, Mom and Dad, I love wolves, but we're not really supposed to have one in our house. That's not what we do with wolves. And they said, well, we have him now, so please figure out what we can do with him now that we have him. And she did her research, and she actually went back there. She got her USDA permits, and they built a USDA enclosure in their backyard. And Alex, she lives with him. However, she flirts a lot with Miko. However, his mama says no girls in the house. And so they often have a little bit of what we call fence talk. Good girly. You want some? Oh boy.
Now she wants her
Alright, let's see what you can do for us. My coworker Sammy is Miko's trainer, and she's asked me to see if I can get him to hold the position down while we're on tour. Because if he can do it when he has a lot of distractions like you guys, that means it's trained well, right? So that's what I'm going to attempt to do with him right now. Look what I got. Down. Good boy. That was very good. But he wasn't prepared for the amount of damage she was going to cause to his house. He went ahead and brought her home, and almost immediately, the first night that she was there, she caused almost $10,000 worth of damage by eating through his drywall and taking the TV down to Kyle level and cooking him some meals in the kitchen, all of that sort of stuff, right? At that point, he said, you're going outside, and put her outside on a chain and chained over. I'm trying to look and see. So the next enclosure over actually has our youngest of all of our wolves, who is 3 years old, and he's in his teenage rebellion phase. Basically, he's out all day, but as soon as he sees a tour group, he's like, I'm going into my room. He goes into his den, and he's like, leave the food at the door. Out, bail. Good girly. So she is not our youngest, but she is our newest resident. Koa. Hi, good girl. Good girl. She's also a good example of why I always use tongs. You're so silly. Here you go. Good girl. So Koa is our newest resident. She came to us in 2020. And of course, that which shall not be named was happening in 2020. So we were closed to the public. And we did not have tours coming on the line. So she, of course, was very shocked when all of a sudden one day she came out of her house and there were just a bunch of people here to look at her. So she's still kind of getting used to tours again. However, she's also the